Have you ever landed on a product page online and just felt overwhelmed? It's this crazy mix of numbers, deals, and reviews, and they're all screaming for your attention. Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain. We're going to dissect one of these pages to figure out how it's really designed to work. So when you see a page this jam-packed with information, what's its actual goal? Is it just a simple list of facts about a product? Or is it something more? A carefully engineered space designed to get you to do something specific. Let's map it out and see what's really going on here. All right, so for our little experiment today, we're looking at a product page for a mini PC board. But honestly, the specific product doesn't really matter. We're not interested in the tech itself. We're treating the page as our specimen. We're putting it under the microscope to see how it's built and what makes it tick. Let's start with the most basic question a page has to answer. What is this thing? This first zone is all about the raw description of the item for sale. It all begins with the title. And look at this thing, it's a mouthful. This isn't just a name, it's a super condensed string of keywords and specs. It's built to do two jobs at once, get picked up by search engines, and for someone who knows what they're looking for, instantly tell them what's under the hood. So if we break that title down, we get a pretty clear picture of the specs, right? An 8-core processor, some AI power, Wi-Fi. But what's not there is just as chilling. Notice anything missing? There's no brand name, and there are no user ratings. That tells us two things right off the bat. It's a generic part, and we have zero social proof to go on. We've got the data, but none of the trust just yet. Okay, so we get the product on a technical level, but for most of us, the very next question is a simple one. What's the deal? So let's look at how the page makes its case financially. The most powerful tool in the shed is right here, the classic price drop. By showing you that higher original price all crossed out, the page creates what psychologists call a price anchor. Your brain immediately latches onto that bigger number, which makes the new price feel like a fantastic bargain. You're not just seeing a price, you're seeing savings. And they don't even make you do the math. Bam! 25% off right in your face. It's big, it's bold, and it's designed to give you that immediate emotional hit of, hey, I'm getting a good deal here. But a great price isn't always enough to get you to buy. The page needs you to act now. And that's where urgency and scarcity come in. Little phrases like almost sold out tap directly into our fear of missing out, pushing us from just thinking about the purchase to actually clicking that button. But remember, the deal isn't just the price tag. The fine print tells the rest of the story. There's a small shipping fee, a clear delivery date, even a cash-on-delivery option. But look at that last point. Warranty not available. Just like the missing brand, this is a huge piece of information that adds a little layer of risk to that very attractive discount. You're not just buying a product, you're making a deal with a seller, and that brings us to the third absolutely critical part of the page, building trust in whoever you're buying from. So the seller here is Beerus. Not exactly a household name, is it? This is a third-party vendor. And that means the marketplace itself has to give us the tools to figure out if we can actually trust them. And here's the first tool we get, a positive seller rating. 87%? Okay, that seems pretty solid. That number is designed to give you a quick shot of confidence, a little signal that most people who buy from them walk away happy. But right under that, we find this little gem, a ship-on-time rate of only 36%. Whoa. All of a sudden, the story just got a lot more complicated. While customers might be happy with what they get in the end, this number is a massive red flag about their ability to get it to you. It's a perfect example of why you can't just look at the headline number. So, what's the real story? Well, this seller probably delivers the correct product. That's why the positive rating is so high, but they really struggle with getting it out the door. As a buyer, this contradictory data forces you into a judgment call. Is the great price worth the very real possibility of a long wait? All right, finally, let's zoom all the way out. This product and the seller don't exist in a vacuum. They're operating inside a much bigger ecosystem, the marketplace itself. In this case, it's Daraz. And this is where the platform acts as your safety net. Even if the seller is a total unknown with no warranty, the marketplace, Daraz, steps in. They offer things like verification to prove the seller is real, a standard 14-day return policy, and a central place for customer service. These are all platform-level promises designed to lower your risk as the buyer. So you see, these four areas, the product, the deal, the seller, and the platform, they aren't just separate blocks of text. They form this interconnected, persuasive system. Each piece is designed to answer one of your key questions and gently guide you, step by step, toward that Buy Now button. We can call this entire setup the product page ecosystem. It's a carefully balanced environment built to appeal to all kinds of different shoppers. It has deep technical specs for the expert, a big discount for the bargain hunter, seller ratings for the cautious shopper, and platform guarantees for anyone who's risk-averse. It's trying to cover all the bases. So now that we've taken this entire page apart, how can you actually use this information? Well, here's a really simple 3-point checklist you can use to analyze pretty much any product page you ever come across. It really just boils down to 3 steps. First, check the specs, but always look for what's missing, like a brand name or a warranty. Second, analyze the deal. Look past the big flashy discount for hidden costs and be aware of those urgency tricks. And finally, number 3, vet the seller. Never trust a single rating. Look at all the data points to understand who you're really buying from. So I'll leave you with this one last thought. The next time you land on a product page, ask yourself this question. The answer, of course, is both. But by understanding its anatomy, you're no longer just a target of persuasion. You're an informed user who knows exactly what you're looking at.